Hello everyone. I'll basically use some slides from the October of 2020 just to see where we moved from there. I'll start with what the main idea behind Croatian Artificial Intelligence Association, and that's that artificial intelligence will actually transform the world, and we basically want to have a say in it. And these are our three main pillars. So the first is to actually teach the people around us that AI is the opportunity, that this is not the moment to be defensive, this is the moment actually to be very brave, take calculated risks, to be inspired with what's possible, and not just wait for others to see and then to try to copy what they're doing. The other thing is that startups are the vehicles of innovation. I would say that a lot of people, not only in Croatia but in Europe, don't even recognize a startup as a form of a company, a specific form of a company, and that's a shame, because if we raise awareness of what startups really are and how we can actually support them, then I would say we would have even better successes than we have so far. And the third pillar is actually the culture of dialogue. So no one can actually succeed alone. And if we create a healthy ecosystem where we all participate, the academia, the public administration, the entrepreneurs, and who's the fourth? Entrepreneurs, academia, government, and general public, then I would just say then we have a chance to succeed. And that's something that you can actually see, for example, in Silicon Valley, where basically they all will say we are not competition to each other. We are here to build something amazing and then to sell it to the rest of the world. And that's the spirit that we would love to also have here in Croatia, and I think that we can actually sense it in the last few years. This is a little bit about our members. Right now we have 215 members, and that's increased for almost 80% from the same time last year. And if I need to describe our members, I would say that our whole association, it's all about the future. It's not what happened in the past. It's not who to blame or whatever. It's about what's possible and how we can actually participate in it. And we'll say that all our members, what makes us special is that we care, we are optimistic, and we create value. So whenever it requires a lot of confidence, it requires breaking a lot of stereotypes that we had here in this region, that we are just workers, that it's not our job to create something new, that it's not our job actually to lead the world somewhere special and so on. And I think that there are a lot of companies, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people here in Croatia who are actually just saying, yeah, that's not right, that's not how we see it. And we just want this community at one place, and we basically want to see where it can actually lead us. I'll just go quickly over a few projects that we did in last year. It's elements of AI. So it's basically the best free online course on artificial intelligence for general public. And the idea was actually to emit the signal that here in Croatia, we can actually do these things. We can be actually at the forefront. We educated over 30,000 people in Croatia. It was not only companies joined, schools joined. We have Jan, what was your oldest person that actually finished the course? 80 years old. And we had a lot of people supporting it, and the graph that you see in the bottom left, it's basically showing that in the first 30 days, actually Croatia was ahead of all other countries in Europe who actually started that project. And it's not because we are the smartest or smarter than anyone else. It's not because there's some magic happening. It's more because there is this will and there is this idea that maybe AI really is an opportunity for us, and maybe we should actually just take it. The second project, which was also super important, is the first version of the landscape. So today you'll see the version 2.0. But why the first version was so important? Because it told the people around us that we are here, that we exist, and it's not just a small number of us, it's actually a lot of us. And this was also a big lesson for me, because I thought it's always less about the form and more about the substance. but having something like this is so important. If you go to the EU, to Brussels, if you go to talk with other countries, if you go to your own government, and everybody will say, who are you representing? Who is there? Do we have that industry here? And when you can actually show it, it's a completely different picture. So I'm also looking forward to hear from Heidi today, like what changed in a year on our landscape. European AI Forum, that's basically like a central place right now where you'll have like all the best Europe's entrepreneurs and most relevant politicians actually where they meet and they have a dialogue. And this will be right now a fourth edition, so it's happening every 6 months. It started in Zagreb, like on the last day of our presidency. It was founded by Germany, France, and Croatia. And basically, maybe we don't have this feeling here, but if you go to Brussels and if you talk about who is relevant in AI, Croatia is relevant in AI. Why is Croatia relevant in AI? Because we as a community are very active there and we are trying to contribute and to actually play an important role. This is also one, I would say, a major thing that we did. So it's our contribution to EU legislation, like that's like an Artificial Intelligence Act. It's like a first attempt in the world basically to regulate things around the AI. And there are good things to it and there are bad things to it. The good things is that basically Europe is trying to have this systematic approach to building AI. The bad things to it is that there are some things that are supporting innovation, supporting entrepreneurs, and there are some things that are basically just showing that they don't understand the startups, the innovators, and the entrepreneurs. And again, we are very, very vocal there. So one of the things that we actually pushed into this act is the idea of AI sandboxes. Now it's there, but the format or the form of it, it's still not that good. So what we'll work on actually the way how to actually make it a tool that will support innovation and not just another tool or just another paper that's sitting there somewhere in the drawer and no one cares about it. You'll hear more about it from Millie. And I'll end my, oh, wow, I'm much quicker than I thought. Usually I take like twice the time that I actually got. So I'll end with the vision, like what we are trying to do and where we are right now. We are trying, CroAI, like it's a platform that's not like a super big organization with like, I don't know, like 20 people working full-time there. Right now we are happy that we have like one full-time employee, that's Martina. She's like super smart and she can actually, she's like a great contact and she can help you with a lot of things. But the idea is actually that CroAI is a platform to build projects that will actually shape a better future for us here. And how we plan to do it? We built already all these relationships to entrepreneurs in Croatia and Europe, to academia in Croatia and Europe, to public administration in Croatia and Europe, to media in Croatia and Europe. Why? So that you don't need to do that by yourself. And what we are looking now is for projects. So we have these 3 pillars that we started with. We have some projects and deliberately I put also the projects that failed. Several others failed as well, but that's not the idea, that we only show how we are smart and how everything that we try actually succeeds. The idea is actually to show you that we are trying and that we are welcoming anyone who has an idea and is willing to take an initiative to also to change something. So please just join. There are these 3 ways how you can actually support Croatian Artificial Intelligence Association. Become a member, it's important. Sponsor initiative. If you're from a big company, it's not a problem for you and you see something that you like, it really means a lot. Or lead a project. Come with an idea, something that actually fits in this vision that we have, that we want to be optimistic, we want to be focused on future, we want to build something that's better. Just come with these kind of projects and we'll find a way how to actually organize it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to hear what I hope that we'll again make a leap or a huge leap that we something like what we made this year, because we started as a very small organization. Now we are basically in every work group wherever it's wherever it's needed. We are contributing with content. So, for example, if you see us on European level, you'll see that Germany and France, they have big budgets, they have a lot of form, but we from Croatia, we are coming with substance. And that's why we are on an equal level. And I cannot imagine like where we are going to be next year at this time, but I just hope that again we'll actually make a huge step forward. So thank you, please join, these are the ways, and that's it.